So Zhiyun have been in the gimbal business for a very long time. Believe me, I know, because I got this gimbal for my bigger camera setup back in 2016.
Wow, so fancy.
So yeah, that was a long time ago, and a lot has changed since then. So let me tell you about their new gimbal, and it's great. But let me show you why.
Master Black.
This is only the beginning.
By the way, welcome to the channel. My name is Danny Black, and I love to review cool gear that comes my way. If you are new here, thanks for watching, and don't be a stranger. Click that button right there. Also, if you can click this one, that helps out a lot. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Links to everything I'm talking about will be down in the description, so go down there to check that out. And also a surprise link. What could it be? And also a portion of this video is sponsored by the one and only Art Grid. Hands down the best place to get your stock footage for your videos, but I'll tell you more about that later on in this video. And just so you know, on this channel, I'm not trying to get you to spend your money. That is not my aim. I assume that you're clicking on this video because you want to see what the latest gimbal is like and whether it's worth your investment or not. So we'll look at what's in the box, talk about the features and the price. So if you need to skip ahead, I'll put time checkers down at the bottom. That way you can navigate to where you need to go quicker. So right out of the box, you get this really, really nice looking bag. And this is like the perfect little travel bag to just have your camera and your gimbal in there so you're ready to just go out and shoot what you need to shoot. When we open up this bag, you'll find a lot of compartments that are very well organized. You get a mini tripod that your gimbal can sit on. You get a quick release base plate and a really nice quality phone mount. These magnetic light filters, a charging cable, camera control cables, and of course the gimbal itself, which is very, very sleek. Like my first reaction when picking it up was, wow. That sounded sarcastic, but it was like, wow, like it was genuine. This gimbal is just so light compared to my old one, and it has these mechanisms to easily tighten and loosen for the perfect balance. And when you're putting it back in the bag, you can actually lock the motors to keep it extra safe. It has a light built into it, which we'll test out later. And you have a quarter thread on the side for extra mounts or accessories. Very comfortable grip, a really quality joystick that just fits really well with your thumb. You have a power button on the side, your typical gimbal buttons for locking modes, recording, and a light switch over here to adjust the brightness. This thing is just really nice. And once you get your camera on it, and you get it as level as you can, you fire it up. Now, I'm filming with my bigger camera setup right now, so on the gimbal I have my old Sony NEX6, which was like from 2013. With the old gimbal, it was just kind of obnoxious to travel with. It's really heavy, you had to put it together each time, keep the batteries charged up, and it was just not pleasant, so I never used it. The M2S, on the other hand, like literally on the other hand, it's just so lightweight, it's so easy to pop on there and ready to go. It just takes up no space in my travel bag. And it has a 3-axis gimbal, so it's gonna keep it super steady no matter where you bring it. It's so good. It's got powerful motors and it's just super quiet. Like there's the microphone up here. Like my ear's up to it, I can't even hear it. It's so quiet. Now going back to the mechanisms and the quick release, this is one of the big features in this is that when you want to take your camera off, you know, you don't have to go through and unscrew it and all that stuff. All you do is click the unlock button and you pull it out. And that's it. Which also makes it very convenient because then when you just pop this thing on, it's ready to go. And I do like how it has these little measurement numbers in there. So if you're switching between different cameras, you can always kind of keep track of it and have it set up beforehand to make it even easier. So going to the light on the front, it is a very bright light. This is perfect if you're trying to get some really smooth macro shots or you know, you're vlogging and you're wanting to talk and it just keeps you bright. Wow, that's really bright actually. I could probably actually even gets brighter. But you can easily adjust the brightness here on the side, or you can add these little magnetic filters to kind of change the color tone. So we have blue, we have yellow, we have orange, and we have red. The M2S display will show you the status and perimeter of the camera and the gimbal. There are 6 operation modes on here. You have pan follow, full following, lock, go mode, and that's like if you want to follow something that's really fast. It also has vortex and POV. And if for some reason you're all out of whack and crazy, you can double tap on this front trigger and it kind of gets it back and centered. It supports fast charging with USB-C. The battery will last you up to 10 hours. But also you can connect your camera or your smartphone to this and it works like a power bank, giving your cameras a little bit more battery. Because let's face it, if you're in the middle of a shoot, you don't want to be changing your batteries that often. It's just nice to have that extra bit of battery going to it. It works for your bigger cameras, smaller cameras, your phones, your GoPros. It kind of works for everything. But I mean, there are certain limitations when you're filming with a GoPro or with your iPhone and you need that bigger sensor. So something like this, you take this out, especially at nighttime, it looks great. One of my favorite things to use it for is putting on a really nice lens and getting some really cool product shots. Because I have the motorized sliders and the dollies and all of that stuff, but sometimes that's a pain in the butt to set up. But with something like this, you can get those really smooth shots that look like dolly shots, and it's just that much easier to get and a lot more versatile than like hauling out and setting up all that other equipment. I will be using this a lot with my workflow, especially with those product shots, but also when I get back on cruise ships, I do a lot of videos on there, and something like this will be just invaluable to making that footage look so good. And I'm also getting hired by a lot more companies to do production videos, and it's just so nice to have this. It kind of helps give me the confidence in my shots because they're all stabilized, and it also gives the confidence in the company hiring me because, you know, you got some cool gear. And so let's just take a quick pause to talk about today's sponsor, ArtGrid. An important part for any content creator is having some good stock footage or B-roll, you know, to cover up some of those rough edits or to help illustrate the story you're portraying in your videos. And ArtGrid is one of the best out there, and they have a huge selection of different videos, and you can easily search it by keyword or theme, shot type. I mean, you can browse for ages. There's so much good content, and you don't want to make the mistake of using unlicensed footage in your videos because that can come back to bite you. And you don't want to spend a huge amount of time searching for different clips or a huge amount of money buying separate clips when you can just pay per month or per year, and you can have all these clips at your disposal. Now, I'm not just trying to sell you on this. This is something that I use a lot, and I highly recommend it. ArtGrid has been a great supporter of this channel and helping it grow. So if you could do me a favor and click the link in the description or the pinned comment, and that will let them know that you came from me, and that will help out my channel, and it'll also help out your channel. So check it out. Now, I will say prices have gone down substantially from like the original gimbal that I bought here, because this gimbal only comes in at $269 at the moment of recording this video. And for $80 more, you can get the combo pack, which gives you the awesome carrying pack, which in my opinion is worth the upgrade. Now, I would say that you'd be seeing this more and more on my videos, but that's not likely because it'll be underneath the camera, so you won't be seeing it. But I wanted to make this video just to let you know, if you're in the market for something like this, I think that you can rest assured knowing that you're making a good investment buying the Zhiyun crane, especially the M2S. This is really good. It's blowing me away. I love it. And I think that you would love it too. Well, that's all the time I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I have a lot more products to review and some fun videos to make, so do stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.
Mr. Black.
Can we call you Uncle Black?